Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. Going live on XSplit right now. Local capture and streaming. It should show on screen. Affirmative. FPS, CPU, and timer all in the middle screen. Hopefully this is working. This is the first time I am using this for recording purposes. Now I'm going to attempt my overlay, FPS overlay by NZXT Cam 3.0. Cross your fingers. Yes. Everything's working. It's not glitching no more. Origin, folks, if this is not cut out because this is not part of the video or what I'm doing, it's just merely a test. But if the test works, then it could end up being a good video. Makes for some good behind the scenes stuff, I guess. Anyways, looks like that's going. But yeah, Origin's been taking a shit on everything today, guys. Literally, I've been trying to get in with my friend, especially with Bro Gamer earlier on his channel. You know, I think his video's up now. It's called the failed funny episode or something like that. Either way, his stream today took a shit on him because Origin crashed. And then it just crashed on us as barely. Hence why I'm trying to use a different capturing service rather than doing a live stream right now, because the other program I was using, it works perfect, but if it's not closed perfectly, then the video becomes corrupted and then it takes me forever to fix it. But we are live right now. We're broadcasting 1080p 60 FPS. This is still the $500 Battlefield 1 max everything PC for that price range. I've talked about it a lot. You can see it right there on the camera. It should be on the top left, or at least I'm hoping. I couldn't find an option inside XSplit because I think I'm in Gamecaster right now, and I couldn't see a place where I could manually place it. But then again, I didn't go through it real, you know, in depth or in deep. I just went to the areas that I needed to get done, like the codecs and all that stuff, and get them dialed in. Okay, so we got the overlay going. Hopefully it shows on in the top middle right here. I got the overlay on Gamecaster on with XSplit, showing the recording, the FPS itself to correlate with this FPS. The CPU and the timer. Okay. I'm going to turn on my other CPU, GPU graph, because technically, or like I said in the previous videos, even if I'm doing benchmarking, I still want to bring a commentary side of it to teach those out there who don't know these things. You know, it's even if you're not doing it for selling purposes, but just to collect data on how well your components are working, it's good to have verifiable information so that you can really determine, you know, price to performance, value for money, all those things. And so even though I run a lot of things in game, concurrently with whatever the video topic or subject is, holistically it works together is what I'm saying. So you got the visual with the camera, you got the data being overlaid on the screen as well, and that translates into hard data, hard facts, figures that you can crunch out. It's not bars and graphs and fluff that somebody just pops on a screen that they made in Excel. No, this is facts. This is proof right here in the living. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, there's console commands that show your FPS. I've spoke about this in other areas and mini tutorials. But right under the escape key, you'll see a little wave line. It's right above the tab key. You just hit that to open this console window right here in the top left. It's a command prompt style. And to get your CPU GPU graph, you just type PERFOVERLAY, so perf overlay, one word, period, draw, DRAW, graph, GRAPH, space, hit the space key. Now you're going to want to remember this. There's either a 1 or a 0 you're going to put here. Remember that 1, just like in your registry. That's what that's saying I want to turn something on. So if I type 1 and then hit enter, there you go, right there at the bottom left you see the CPU and GPU graph. It's letting me know what the CPU is doing on top of what the GPU is doing. So it's pretty awesome stuff. And this helps you also, it helps you determine you see the green lines, the yellow lines. One, obviously the GPU is green, the CPU is yellow, but you want to see a smooth, what we're seeing right now. Just there's a little bit of ripple, but that's how signals work anyways. But as long as it's in that chart, if you see like a big jump, and if it's only for because you're gonna see these individual lines that go down there, that represents let's say one screen or a frame per second. So as long as it's not a lot, that's just normal. Like if you're going from a game mode into another stage, or maybe a cutscene starts, that's natural. But you just don't want random. I'm trying to keep it so simple. I try to go by the term KISS, keep it simple and stupid. For people out there that aren't tech heads or spec heads, I don't want to be talking tech jargon where they can't understand it. So forgive me for being so simplistic with my wording. But you just don't want to see a bunch of chaos here, because frame times are more important than your FPS. Just remember that. Google it up, because the subject of this is not to cover all that. That's just me just giving some friendly tech tip and help advice for those out there who have not seen this stuff, or maybe this may be the first time you've seen my videos. That's just some information for you. Next, the FPS right here on the bottom right, I can move that by hitting shift and then the letter T. You can see it goes to all four corners if I wanted it to. But this is software. This is by NZXT. Definitely get it. It's totally free. You can customize the color, you can do everything. It's just like MSI Afterburner. However, it's very light footprint. It's not resource intensive. It does not impact your FPS. Since we're recording and everything, we're going to take about a 10 FPS hit. That's to be expected. And this also, the bottom left graph will help us determine, other than what's being impacted right now from the video, what other dexterities are going on right now. What other impedance is happening at the moment. You know, do we have what kind of latency are we getting? Is there input lag? Or there's so many factors, and you just want everything holistically to run smooth. That's what being optimized is all about. It's a balance. You want a balanced system, online and offline. And a lot of that too begins with your overclocking, making sure all of that is stable, so that all this will follow suit. Okay, so for those who don't know the FPS trick, I'm gonna do it real quick for you guys. And to turn this off right here, you guys, on the bottom left, you just type what I just told you, but hit the number 0 instead of 1. So watch. So perf overlay draw graph 0. Enter. That turns it off. So perf overlay draw graph space 1. 1 is always on, 0 is so think of the 0 as an O for off, 1 is for on. So turn that, oops, typed it wrong. Perf overlay draw graph 1, enter. Now to get the FPS this way, it's the same thing. Perf overlay period draw FPS space 1, enter. Right there on the top right, guys, you see it there. See how everything's correlating now. I got 3 different FPS points all telling me the same thing. That lets me know that my sensors, everything in this system, this kick-ass $500 Battlefield system, everything is reporting solidly. Everything's communicating perfectly, beautifully. Nothing to worry about. So you don't need to turn that off. Now if you want this permanently, just let me know in the comments or something if you want me to do a separate side video that just goes over tweaking and how to apply certain things to optimize and balance your games out. Because you know, every time you start a new game, you're going to have to keep doing this. But there's a trick. You could do what's called a user config file, where you can create your own custom, like through your desktop notebook or WordPad. You can literally write these commands out and then use that in the actual in the folder where the games are, and it'll automatically launch these commands every time you launch the game without you having to do a thing. They're very convenient to have. I have them integrated into a lot of my games. And real quick, the games that support all this are going to be Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Hardline, Star Wars Battlefront, and of course Battlefield 1, and there's one else, I think Titanfall. So basically Origin games, more or less. But there are certain console or command prompt things that are in other games too, but just to keep it simple for now. Those are the main ones. So hope this all helps you guys. This is some clarification because yesterday's video isn't up yet, and so if this goes up first, it'll all make sense, so you're not lost. Okay, so we got kicked out a minute ago, and again, I'm using Gamecaster for the first time ever for capturing. I've lowered the volume on my audio, or the mic in. So we should be more or less just good to go on a lot of things. Huh. Trying to decide what I want to do. I want to finish the campaign series that I was working on with you guys. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And we got to finish the last episode right here of Nothing Is Written, because that's where we last left off. Now I got to redo a lot of these with commentary because I haven't done that yet. And just one moment, folks.
In the deserts of Arabia, an insurgency war was raging years before I got to France. Tribes of Bedouins had united to fight a war that was very different from the one we fought in the trenches. Using small mobile units, they challenged the might of an empire, and they were rallied around the ideas of a single, influential warrior. Ideas of freedom and change.
What it do, pimps and pimpettes? It's your boy J Cuddy 801, aka the Imperial Gamer, coming at ya from the greater Commonwealth of Utah, USA. Yes, we are the Commonwealth, the YouTube Commonwealth of Gamer Alliance coming together. YouTubers, streamers, Twitchers, whatever, live streamers galore. From consoles to whatever you got, to PCs. You're more than welcome. Nobody is outed for having lesser hardware than another. No. We're all about promoting positivity, having just awesome times together as content creators, but also together as one. It brings us a lot of power, for you guys, and what I mean by that is you having an opportunity to see content at its fullest from multiple perspectives. So imagine finding a great video and knowing that there's 5 people in that video who produce and upload content as well, and being able to see that same action-packed game from another person's view, and then another person's view, and another. It's so interesting. It's a great dynamic. It's not been done before, or not implemented like the way we're trying to implement it. And what do I mean by the Commonwealth? Well, if you go to www.thebrogamer.com, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We are collabing lately, quite a few channels, and just gamers, as a Gamers Alliance in general. We are looking to grow our presence as well, some of us being relatively new to this side of things, the commentary end of it. I've been in technology for 15 plus years. I own my own company, Imperial Custom PC and Mods. I've subsidized it, or have a branching off of that for my gaming purposes, because I build a lot of gaming related PCs, which the one you're seeing right now is the infamous Battlefield 1 $500 ultimate high-end budget gaming PC that can do full 1080p, 60 FPS, 1440p, even 4K content with R9 390 that's in here. 8 gigs of VRAM. Thing's a monster. You can see right here we are because I am using for the first time, I'm using Gamecaster. It's by not Twitch, but it's by XSplit. Excuse me, I had a brain fart there. I still got chemo brain a little bit, guys. But it's just a 90-day pass I got for free because I bought a few capture cards. One of them, it's just I got a new AverMedia. It was pretty freaking pricey. It's basically an AverMedia LGX, or Live Gamer Extreme Edition. But yeah, that thing, it's decked out. It can do whatever I want it to do. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just capturing right to the hard drive, or the solid state hard drive. It wouldn't be able to capture at a 60 FPS on a regular hard drive. You would need an SSD or a solid state hard drive. But anyways, I wanted to kind of explain that real quick before I move on. The last upload I did that was focused on, well, of course, commentary, was this right here. We are in Nothing Is Written. This is episode 5, guys. Or, excuse me, this would be the campaign mode in Battlefield 1. In the campaign mode, there is like 5 chapters. I'm going to call them chapters. And within each chapter, there's roughly, from what I've seen so far, I've only seen on average 3 to sometimes 4 episodes, like as we can see on this screen. Here's one episode, number 2 and number 3. Now, the other day when I was explaining this PC, and it was a pretty, it was in depth. I wanted to give kind of a backstory on me and who I was, so that you guys out there can get to know me. If this is your first time ever hearing a game, one of my gameplays or commentaries, I highly recommend watching Chapter 5. It's episodes 1 and 2, so it's the Hidden in Plain Sight and Young Men's Work combined into one. And so we covered that, and then I ended the video right when we were going into this here, the desert. So this is like this is a Lawrence of Arabia type game back from World War I, of course, where you're fighting more or less in the deserts or the Middle East against the Ottoman Empire, of course. Other than the storyline, it speaks for itself, but you can see I included what I always include in my game to show not just visually, but having factual hardcore data with overlays, so showing that the sensors are perfect, everything is it's in sync, it's working holistically as it should be. You could see, and again, forgive me if what I'm saying is not correlating with what's being seen. This is my first time using it, and so right here in the middle, top middle, should be the overlay of Gamecaster by XSplit. It says we're recording right here and we're recording 1080p 60 FPS. So think about that. This computer is capturing 1080p 60 FPS on Battlefield 1 in DirectX 12 this time, guys. The one I did before was a series of episodes and data I just needed in general to compare against DirectX 11. My whole thing was this being a new game and DirectX 12 still being new. I just could not fathom that it's being fully implemented hardware wise 100%, because it's with like anything new, there's going to be patching, updates, there's going to be bug fixes. It's an ironing out process, and so there's no way it could be fully optimized. And if it is, what kind of gains are we getting? What kind of benefits is it bringing to the table? The good thing is DirectX 12, there's a lot of advantages for people with aging platforms. This would be one of those, I guess, because it is the P55 chipset, although it's overclocked like a beast, and it's relatively new. For even though it's older, it's still new hardware, new and used hardware combined. But the value for money is just through the roof, can't be touched. Let's see here. You can see I have the side cabinet open. I got the live cam. My hand's right here. We got our Heroes of the Storm, Do Not Disturb door hanger. I just thought it'd be funny putting that there. Why not? Fuck it. So we do have the live cam going, but also capturing of the game. So we're double capturing. This is strenuous. This game is a crippler, you guys. It'll crush a GPU if your settings aren't configured right. But we're maxed out doing a double capture, and it's perfect. We got an awesome right here in the bottom left, our CPU and GPU graph. Even on the top right, you can barely see it. I even explained how to enter in through the command console right here. You can see on the top left through some certain keywords and how to enter in commands to make this stuff operate and work. There's no it doesn't affect your system, is what I'm saying. There's no negative impact on it. It's just simply code, and so it does the rest for you. But it's a good visual indicator of what's going on in the moment. And on the bottom left, you'll see these vertical lines as well as horizontal. The vertical lines represent one frame, but obviously it's slowed down to where you can see what's going on. But you can see just a smooth level of consistency. And we all know Battlefield games are very CPU intensive, not just GPU, but very, very CPU intensive in terms of the tasks. So this is letting you know how well is it balancing out the system with your GPU. And as we can see on the max values, they're very much neck and neck. So that's a smooth, the numbers are relatively the same. Pretty close. DirectX 11, it was a little bit different. It was more jumpy. So what I'm finding out so far from DirectX 12 is a smoother experience, less stress, less of a footprint on the system, a more consistent frame rate, but also frame times, which are the most important here, folks. So I include all this stuff to show, to go so that it coincides with what you're seeing visually and how this translate in game. So we're gonna really test this system. That's the whole point. I want to push this thing so hard to make a point on, look how freaking well I built this thing at such an amazing budget, which I never hear about a $500 Battlefield 1 game that can handle an engine of this magnitude. And it's still future proof because it's an R9 390X. So we got 8 gigs of GDDR5 memory. You know, we're at a over a 6,000 gigabits second on the max effective clock speeds and stuff. So that, to me, that's huge. We got 1,000. I got it, and keep in mind, this is stock. Okay, I've turned all the overclocks off other than the CPU. The CPU I got overclocked to just like 4 gigahertz or so. Oh, right here, 4021. So yeah, 4.0 or 4.02. We got our min, average, and maximums there. So we got all of our performance deltas, our visuals, everything's coincides with one another. Now I'm gonna try something real quick. Hopefully this works. I kind of created a Be Right Back screen while I was messing around with this program last night, you guys, to kind of advertise this, because I am giving this PC away. It's a Christmas gift. It's to promote my channel. It's to promote me and my humbleness, my willingness to give back to not only you guys, but it's, you know, it's you helping me and me helping you. It's a give and take system we're doing here, and the community is coming together like no other, and I appreciate that like no other, because this is now my attempt at some sort of stream of income, some sort of a job, if you will, because fighting the cancer like I did for the, you know, the past four and a half years has done a number on me like no other. I'm just barely getting over my cold that's lasted 3 weeks. I achieved remission for the second time about 6 months ago. Not even close to being recuperated or healed. Out of those 4 years, 3.5 of non-stop chemos, so I'm probably guaranteed to get something in the future. But either way, my medical states that I cannot be cleared or told that I'm cancer free unless I go a full 5 years without it coming back, because I'm a miracle in their eyes. I'm like this science freak to them. They can't understand it. This to me, I'm bragging about this, you guys, because you gotta understand, cancer is there to kill you. It's not there to be your friend. I beat that. I am proud of that. That's like somebody who let's say you own a store and somebody came in with a gun to rob your store, but his intentions were also to take your life, you know, so that you were not going to be a witness at all. And let's say they shot you to be, you know, and left you for dead, and you were bleeding out and dying. But through the miracle of God, or a miracle of a higher power, or a miracle of you just having sheer rugged, you know, dog grit, freaking toughness inside you, that stubbornness to not quit, never give up. To me, it's always MBD, never back down. I felt violated from having cancer because I didn't choose it. It wasn't because of health choices or bad decisions. It was leukemia is crazy. It just comes out of nowhere. But it's a blood cancer, and so it tried to kill me, and I overcame the adversity. I overcame, you know, told I had 6 months to live. Ended up going 1.5 years and finally getting in remission for it to only come back 3 months later. And then it was hell after that. It was just non-stop chemos, radiations. Then I had to do a bone marrow transplant. The treatment itself, I just didn't even want to live. I was ready to give up. And I've even felt that way after even being told it was gone, because you still feel the same. And it's hard for me to even talk and do this right now, you guys. But I'm being honest with you. It's not to get subscribers. It's not to get anybody feeling bad for me. Again, this is my channel. I'm speaking from the heart. I want my subscribers, my followers, my friends, the people who have been diehards with me lately and really getting me to go at this, because my business is all about computers. It's all about technology. I am a gaming enthusiast. That's what I absolutely love and am passionate about. I'm very competitive. So why not marry the two together? And instead of just doing videos and benchmark or demonstration videos of a GPU's performance or a system's performance, why not begin having fun, try to make it into a business that can help be a platform to launch my business to even higher areas, which leads me to the next area of good news, because I want to get off the cancer topic. I don't want people to think I'm using that as a reason to get subscribers or help or aid, Patreon help, or whatever the case may be. It's not that at all. I'm not saying I don't want help if it's offered, because I would. I'm in that bad of a situation, but that's not the reason why I'm doing it. I have my favorite YouTubers, and the reason why there's certain favorites is because they took the time, like I'm doing, to explain a little bit about themselves. I'm not just some robot or some guy you just tune into to see your 6 o'clock news. No, this is my channel, and so my channel and my content, I'd be doing a disservice not to be more involved with it and to speak out to the masses. I'm seeing how many times I'm getting views now. I'm seeing a lot of things with this Google crap you have to deal with when you with the YouTube, like your AdSense. You know, it tells you what videos are being seen more, your demographics, what you could do to get it better. Again, this is all a learning curve for me. I'm growing. I'm new to this, so bear with me. I can't ever thank any one of you enough who have continued to support me from day one when I started doing this 4 to 5 months ago. It's been a snail's pace, guys, but it's not until recently where things have become a little bit more fast-paced in terms of my oath to keep continued content coming out. But not only that, but networking, expanding, growing our presence, but also the presence of others. You know, in an industry where there's so many giants out there, you know, because I don't do gaming, I'm also a PC builder. I build PCs, and so my channel will include unboxings, overviews, tutorials, all the shit you see from the hundreds of other technology sites. But the question is, or the key factor is, what can I do differently? That's what I'm trying to do, to kind of get my name out there. And by the grace of God, or whatever, sheer luck, some people thought that I was worthy enough to to mingle and test the waters, if you will. So I started to do some channel collabs. I was hesitant at first. I started to do some collabing with the Bro Gamer. You know, he's a big live streamer, produces some great work. He's dedicated Battlefield 1 gamer. Check him out at www.thebrogamer.com. We are what's known as the Gamers Commonwealth. It's where we want to build a group, you know, kind of like oh, speaking of which, they're calling right now. Should I answer it, guys, or should I just keep going? Hold on. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
What up, guys? I'm sitting here doing a video, and I was just talking about the Commonwealth.
Oh, good timing, isn't it?
That was excellent timing. I was told them how I was kind of giving a backstory, because I haven't really done that on my channel. So I was getting ready to talk about our new Friday, or every Friday we're gonna be doing a new show. Since you're on the phone, and keep in mind, guys, this was not planned. I had no idea they were gonna call right when I was gonna talk about this.
Ambushed.
That, you know what that is? That's like-minded people that we have here. I mean, great minds think alike. So there's just that aura we got in this clan, you guys. So That's proof right there. Hey, bro gamer, why don't you? Hey, if Zally, you don't have to. I can edit it out, but why don't you? I want to promote you guys too. But bro gamer, pitch and tell us about what we're gonna be doing on Fridays. What your channel's about, and then Zally, if you want to, I would love that too.
Awesome, man. Well, essentially what we're doing Friday nights is we're getting a couple, at least 5 of the best YouTube gamers on the net together. The 3 of us, myself, the Bro Gamer, Imperial PC Gaming here, and SHADOWZALY, and we'll have at least 2, if not an entire squad of guest gamers every Friday. And what we're going to lead towards is an in-studio show for you all, of course. And I'm going to stem this to a social anxiety experiment in Season 2, where we take gamers on an outdoor adventure once a month, film it video style, so not live, sorry. And we actually have a few outdoor sponsors we're going to be working with. And you can see it all on the Gaming Commonwealth main page at thebrogamer.com.
Yep.
Temporary home until we get the Commonwealth's home secured.
That's the website I gave you guys before he came on, folks. And SHADOWZALY, he's more of a Twitch guy like I'm doing now, because I'm using XSplit right now and I'm gonna use that for my Twitch stuff. But this dude is starting to hit YouTube real big. He got a lot of content going up. He's revised his channel. He was am I right, SHADOWZALY? You were more of Twitch in the beginning, but now you're doing cross-platform stuff?
Actually, I did YouTube first.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were... My bad.
No, I was going to do Twitch first, and then I was like, you know what? Before I do Twitch, let me get my YouTube going first, then get that, you know.
You know why I thought that is? Because our first collab, you were doing it from Twitch. That's why I thought that. My bad. Yeah, but you should check out his channel. What's your how do they find you at your channel, Zally?
What do you mean this?
Like what's your
shameless self-promotion time, brother?
Yeah, I'm trying to give you a plug-in. How can people find you?
ShadowZALY.com is available.
Or I'll tell you what, guys. He's probably distracted in the game.
I'm not in the game. I'm trying to set up.
On my page, on the right-hand side, like on any YouTuber for that matter, they have an option to put their top people that they like or view more, or their friends. There's a list that'll be on the top right on my page, and I'm gonna add him on that as well. The Bro Gamer's there, but the Commonwealth will be all on the right hand side of the page, and you can find his link there. Or he's not hard to find. Just look in the search bar for SHADOWZALY. Or check the description. I'll have full links and information there.
I have a custom URL for YouTube.
Yeah, why don't you spit that out real quick?
Custom URL for my YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/c/ShadowZALY.
Hell yeah.
Okay, guys.
Also, you can find me live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/ShadowZALY.
Nice. I appreciate that, boys. Well, I'm gonna do some improv here with this. Then I'm not gonna. You guys, I'll continue this campaign later. I want to wreck some shit, so we're gonna kind of do this differently. We're gonna just go with it and fucking have some fun with the boys.
Hey Jen, what's up?
So I'm gonna back out of here.
So how do I set up this link? I'm trying to find my donation link, and I'm like having issues. Excuse me.
Oh, but real quick, folks, I was gonna show you the advertisement for this PC because, again, I am doing a giveaway on this $500 Battlefield 1 maxed out PC that can do live streaming. It's doing what I'm doing now. This is proof in the pudding. You see the live cam of it right there in the left corner. and you're seeing everything. But I'm gonna turn on the Be Right Back screen, and you'll see a flyer, or basically an advertisement of what's involved with the PC, and then I'll transition back, and through the magic of editing, this will all play out smoothly, so it's not a headache. Don't worry about it. Just 1 second, guys. Here's the Be Right Back screen, so you can check out the free PC. So that the only thing you need to do to qualify for it is subscribe to the Commonwealth and the Commonwealth members. Make sure to drop a like and a comment on each one of our pages, and that will get you we'll randomly select based upon that at 2 weeks before Christmas. So just one moment, folks. I'm gonna turn this over real quick. Cool. Yeah, are you guys ready to play?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I just
I'm having.
do you use Zally? Do you use not Twitch, but what's it called? XSplit.
Yes, I'm using XSplit right now. I'm fairly new to it, and I'm trying to figure this out.
I'm loving it, bro. Just kind of messed around with it last night and kind of made some concept art. There's like that Be Right Back screen, you know, you can kind of pause the game and it'll
Yeah, I still have to. I have one, but I have to redo it with my new emblem and background and so on and so forth. I'm sorry, Jen. What can't you see?
Yeah, I just created a custom one for this PC and all of our information. So I have it there right now. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to do.
And we're back, guys. So that was the BRB screen, or Be Right Back. And if you want to know, the software again is XSplit. And I got a 90-day free license for everything because I bought the new AverMedia capture card. I don't have it installed yet, but if you want to get a free license, there's a pretty good deal with those capture cards going on now, and you can get yourself 90 days right there for free. And last but not least, if you want some amazing deals, or if you're on Amazon and you want to buy some products, and it doesn't cost you nothing to drop in my affiliate code. That'll be in the description, as well as any EVGA products. I am sponsored by EVGA, so make sure to enter in my EVGA affiliate information if you want to buy any of their products too.
Love it. I'm having major issues here.
I am having major issues.
Dude, it's working great on my end now ever since that reboot.
No, I'm trying to put links for stuff like that, and I'm having issues.
Yay, I have my Twitch link on my channel account now.
Nice.
My first Twitch broadcast is going to be horrible. I'm just like going through all my self-promotion shit. Basically, it's just like this huge tester video.
That's kind of what this is.
Yeah, I'm. Why won't you be able to see Imperial PC Gaming's PC giveaway he's talking about? I'm rather confused.
What?
What?
I have people viewing right now.
Oh, you're streaming?
Yeah, I'm live streaming, bro.
Oh man, I bet people are confused as shit.
I'm live too, actually, on my Twitch account. I'm testing live right now. Maybe to follow Boomer X11 on Twitch. That is the Bro Gamers official Twitch account. Self promotion, shameless plug.
Yeah, you guys can find me on YouTube. Just look up Imperial Custom PCs. You know, Jason Cunningham is my name. It's not hard to find me.
I'm really confused here, there, Bro Gamer.
What?
With XSplit, how do I have a link show up so everybody can see a link to?
Oh,
Or can
okay.
I do
So you're gonna go to add
Okay,
other web page URL.
that's what I just did, but like it wanted to
Okay.
make a big window.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna want to add a media file and then link to it afterward, or do a text ad. You know what I mean?
For all those out there who are listening live, I wasn't aware of that. I'm actually doing a local capture using XSplit, so I don't have anybody watching right now. It's just for when I upload this video. It's just me doing commentary on this video and kind of giving a backstory on me and getting everybody caught up to speed with what I've been doing lately and why I'm going the route I'm going, but also promoting my business, and it can't get any better than promoting a $500 high-end budget PC that can crush BF1 at 1080p, 1440p, and even 4K resolutions.
And outstanding levels too. Like you very rarely have issues in game.
Never. I got all the graphs and bars and charts. Like from when you guys weren't on, I was teaching people how to do a lot of the FPS overlays and how to correlate the data and crunch the numbers to really figure out, you know, value for money and whatnot, price to performance. So
yeah.
So in game, I have a live camera on the PC itself, but I also have the FPS overlay that shows your frames per second, what your overclocks are, just all the information you need. It's hard data, so that when you watch my video, you know that what you're seeing is exactly what it translates visually into what's going on. It shows you the raw performance of the PC. So
right.
It's pretty awesome. And if you guys don't know, you can, you know that little asterisk beneath the escape button or above the tab button? It's right next to button 1. If you hit that key, you can type in like this sentence of words to keep it simple, and it'll actually, in your guys' game too, will put an FPS on the top right and then a CPU and GPU graph on the bottom left, so it visually shows the performance of your PCs as well. If you want to know those, I can tell you.
Oh, you know what? I had the graph running for my entire open beta series. So if you want to see my system at work, just watch my Battlefield 1 open beta series. There's like maybe 10 videos, I think. It has all of my latency, everything.
Yeah. Yep. So
everything.
I just want
for beta games. You got to run that shit for beta games.
Absolutely. But I just wanted to demonstrate how I can do this is because I work from home. I'm forced to because my battle with cancer. I can't work a 9 to 5. And so
you absolutely fucking crushed cancer, bro. Come on.
I did, man, twice. Thank God.
Don't be modest. Don't be modest. Battle.
Jen says if she wins the giveaway, she can play PC games with us. She only has a PS.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Do it.
Okay.
That's the name of the build. Is the Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth build.
Okay, so I have my text now. How do I put a link to it?
But real quick, folks, the reason why I could pull off these prices is because I don't have huge overhead. I don't have a brick and mortar building I have to pay rent on, and I don't have gigantic markups on all my products, is because I know how to buy and sell on eBay and all that other good shit. And so, yeah, I find the best deals, not just for my clients, but for myself. And I'm able to do these things. So Would I sell this thing at this price range? Probably not. But I'm giving it. I'm not losing anything because I'm giving it away for what I paid for it, which was around $530.
Okay.
So, and it's just to simply promote my business, to promote my channel, to kind of, I guess, get. It's an incentive for people to get to know me and all of us, and you know, look forward to some crazy other future shit and giveaways we'll be doing.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Shadow, I'm trying to find how to put a link in, but man, it sucks. I have no idea.
Why don't you do it in your BRB screen? That's easy. Cause it should.
BRB?
Yeah, like you know your the how you have your command or your shortcut keys. It should be the BRB screen should be right in the middle of where you enter in your shortcut keys. And
There's a BRB screen on XSplit?
yeah, and
I have no idea.
the stock BRB screen will show your Facebook and your YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I synced it to my Facebook and YouTube.
I'm not seeing what you're saying.
Maybe I can go live stream. I don't know. Let me see if that's possible, and you can check out my.
I need to Google how to put a link into XSplit that people can click, like a donation link, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my Patreon stuff too. And then I have a PayPal donation account. Okay, I'm looking at the screen right now. Are you in Gamecaster or Broadcaster?
I'm in Broadcaster.
See, I'm in Gamecaster.
Yeah. Gamecaster is meant for console, bro.
Yeah, but it also works great for recording on PCs. It's so lightweight.
Really?
Yeah, I'm only taking a 5 FPS hit, which the other capturing software I've used, it takes 10 to 15 frames away. But I can go to live stream from the Gamecaster as well. Yeah, it says start and stop stream. I'm gonna give it a shot right here live. Screw it. F7.